Hello everybody, my name is Gary and welcome back to Fairy Gary's World, where today I'm going to be just walking around, I guess. It's the 100th episode now, and I just kind of want to do a little world tour of what I've made so far. Which, excuse me, that was rather rude, which is a lot of stuff actually. So, let's I don't know why I'm heading out here. Let's start with right here. 100th episode, let's see what I've made so far. About 100 days or so? Yeah. So, about like probably I don't remember, 100 days, 100 hours, give or take. So starting off, we got the very first room I ever made right here, which is whatever this is. This is the very beginning of everything. This little balcony, this little house that's actually overlooking where I first spent my first Minecraft night, which I think was in that hole down there, or it might have been over there. I think that one right there. So it's overlooking the first place I slept, but this is the very first thing I built, really. Going in here, you can see I've actually upgraded it over time. It isn't exactly the same as it was before. I've added chairs and paintings, but it's basically the same. It's got the stone checkerboard. It's got the wood. I think this painting was always here. Yeah, I think these paintings were actually always here. I just moved them, and I added these little benches and flowers. But it's basically the same as it was in the beginning. Next room is the living room. This room is not actually the living room before. I mean, it used to be the storage room. Chests would line up with the wall at the sandstone, and I have labels and everything, but then I had too many materials because, well, I kept digging stuff out because my house is built right into a mountain, so I had to dig up a lot of dirt. So eventually I had to make a new storage room, which then I relegated the old one to a living room of sorts, where you can sit here and look at the beautiful waterfall, which has been here forever. Paintings were always here, I think. Yeah, the chests were only on one side of the wall. The other side didn't have no chests. Got flowers. You got a little table. I don't know what that's for. Got these old little chandelier designs I made before I got glowstone. Then in here is the it's the smelting / crafting room, but I like to call it the crafting shrine, for obvious reasons. I put signs everywhere as well. Now, these also used to be like torches, I think, but then I got a glowstone, so I put glowstone here, and I think it looks better. Originally, this was actually this black wool right here, was gonna be cyan wool, but I couldn't get cyan. Well, I mean, I didn't have enough cyan wool because I couldn't get more lapis, so for a while, cyan wool was kind of like a luxury to me. Now I'm literally swimming in more lapis than there's water in the ocean. But in the beginning, a creeper came in here and blew it up. Like all of it. All of my cyan wool that I considered basically a luxury. So I replaced the green again, and I just put black here to remember the day the creeper blew up stuff in here, I guess. It was pretty cool. So it was this room, and then this room, and then after I made this room, I'm gonna go into storage later. After I made the crafting shrine, I made my bedroom on the second floor. Bedroom. It's one of my proudest rooms. There's 2 dogs in here now, apparently. I didn't put them in here. Okay. But yeah, this is my living room. I got the trees. I want to tell you more about those trees. Those trees were actually here on day 1. These were here before my bedroom. So I planted these 2 trees myself. That big one and the small one when they were saplings. This one, I named them... back then I even named them before they even grew up. This one I called it the other Alfred, and that one I called Alfred, the one I thought was going to be big. Like, I was hoping it became a big tree, you know? And it did, so the names actually worked out. And also this one was blown up by a creeper partially. And I don't care enough to fix him, because who even likes the other Alfred? He doesn't even get his own original name. And that tree is named by one of the commenters or viewers of my YouTube videos. It's just a nice room. By the way, context for this, I think I might have explained it, I might not, I don't remember. Off camera, I was walking around up this hill here, and there was a herd of sheep. Exactly 1 brown, 1 white, and 1 pink sheep. Don't have a video of it, unfortunately, but you just gotta believe me. And I cut their wool, right? I sheared them, and they gave me exactly 2 white wool, 2 brown wool, and 2 pink wool. So I put this up as a monument to them, I guess. A little memory of that extremely, probably really rare moment. Also, this creeper painting is here to remind me to always look behind my back, because at the time it blew up my cyan wool. Now after that, I made this. Hello, cow. I made the doghouse. Now it used to be just the doghouse deluxe, but a while back I upgraded it to the ultra deluxe. So this is the room. Now it's beginning. This used to be a little play area. Now it's their little bed. I quite like it a lot. And this basically remained the same. Only thing I added was this chair. And then I made this entire new room for them to hang out in, I guess. See, there's a pool, there's some walls. Took a lot of wool. There's still this wool, which I don't have anything for yet. I was planning to dig in here and make more rooms, but I can't think of anything. I might have an idea now, maybe like a doggy restaurant so they can get food. And then there's also this room, which actually leads up to the next room I made. I think after the doghouse, I made the railroad, the minecart system. This little plaza, you got little flowers. That's got grass for some reason. So yeah, I'll go here later. I want to show you everything else first. I'll go here at night. So here you go, it's the railway system. I've mentioned this before, but I want to replace it. I don't like how it looks, and I want to put it underground, make an actual subway. That's going to take a lot of effort, but I feel it'd be quite worth it. I'll probably mostly do it off camera, because it'd be terribly boring to watch me just dig for hours and hours on end. But hey, it's for the sake of progress. So yeah, that was all of that in this area. Let's go to the farm before I go to the town. Is the best way I could describe it. No one lives there, of course, but it's got the essence of a town. So here is some farms. This used to be the wheat farm. It's gone now. Don't really need it because I got a bigger one. This is the cactus farm. This is the sugarcane farm. I remember when you could actually walk on this. You can't no more, which makes sense to me. But yeah. Now this is the new and improved wheat farm. This actually used to be the tree farm, by the way. So I've moved the wheat down here, and I can get a lot more wheat. And it's definitely more useful ever since hunger was added in Title Update 5. So that was a good idea, good call. I made these faces all the way back when the tree farm was still being made, but you could never see it because, well, there were damn trees in the way. You couldn't see past the trees. Speaking of trees, look at that freaking abomination, that conglomerate of trees. Look at that. God damn. Wow. Now, before I made this tree farm, I actually made this first. This is the Gary Cemetery, which I have... God, won't these motherfuckers shut up? Sorry. So, story. These used to be... This area used to be a lot less flat. It used to be like several blocks deeper, underground. So I have a... This is basically a replica... I can't speak right now. My inventory's still full from last video. As you can see, there's the old cemetery, the Gary Cemetery. I just kind of built over it, and I put these tombstones so I can remember which one I have to remake when I find a new spot for the cemetery. Each one of these represents something else. This is my first time dying in a cave, first time dying in the Nether. Then the next are 2 more times dying in the Nether. First time being blown up by a creeper, like actually being killed by it. And off camera, I was killed by falling to death. So, you know, glass fragile. You drop it, it breaks. This is the tree farm. There's nothing important here. It's just a tree farm. It's really good. It's much better than the old one. Look how cool those 2 trees are. The Alfred, the Matthew, and the other Alfred. You can't even see him. That's how like uncool he is. You can't even see him. God damn it. Who even likes the other Alfred? I know I don't. You may have saw that tree earlier in the living room. I forgot to tell you that's also named. His name is Marvin. I can show you him real quick. You should have seen it. Oh, beautiful sunset. You want to watch that real quick? Oh, that's beautiful. We didn't really see the most of it, the full of it. But at least we got to see the tail end of it, which is usually the most beautiful part. Beautiful. So this right here is Marvin, named by one of the comments. Now let's move on to the storage room. This right here is the storage room. There's storage stuff in here. There's food. There's ore, stone, and too much dirt and snow and gravel. Some building blocks, an iron axe in here for some reason. There's 2 stories, several stories actually. So let's go to the first story right here. This is second story, I guess. It's just got more chests, redstone, nothing, miscellaneous. Oh, 2 saddles. I forgot I had that, and a lime dye, I guess. Tools and armor, self-explanatory. Let's go up to the top, to the deck, I guess. I don't know what I'm going to build up here. I know I'm going to do something on this hill. Let me show you. I'll tell you some plans as well. I don't want to do something expanding out this way. I just still don't know what. I don't want to make like a Space Needle replica of sorts, since I'm from Seattle. And I think the Space Needle looks pretty cool. I'm definitely going to do that. Oh boy. Hopefully no creepers blow up my little tour here. But maybe I can make this part, the Space Needle, be part of my house. That'd be pretty cool, but I want a cooler spot for it. And I feel like behind this hill would be a cool spot. There's a zombie, actually. Let me get my bone arrows, just in case I have to deal with threats from a distance. Now let's go down to the basement, where I can show you some cooler stuff. Now, fun fact, I actually made the basement before I made this new storage room. I had to modify quite a bit of the basement. It used to be a staircase downwards from the smelting room at the old storage room. Then I had to completely replace it. In fact, a piece of the staircase is actually still semi-present here. This right here is actually the walls of the old staircase. I'll explain that noise later. If I break this open, don't worry, I'm not gonna save. That's what I love about the 360 Minecraft on 360. You can just exit without saving. Anyway, as you can see, this right here is what the staircase used to look like. You can kind of imagine what it looked like. It was a pretty cool design, but unfortunately, for this new water tunnel and storage room above it, I had to change it. Now, over here is where the basement led to. My little something. I'll talk about that lever later. You got sugarcane. I think it looks pretty good. You got a little bar. This good, sad, bittersweet memory was made here. You got a rose. You got some flowers. And you got my Hall of Honorability. It's not too big yet, but I'll keep making it bigger as more people suggest stuff in my comments, and I read them, and I build them, and I honor them, and I remember them. As you can see, this guy was the first. We don't count these. These are just straight up my friends. You got these guys, Brick Tor, just people who have suggested I build stuff. Oh, of course, and myself. I obviously get the biggest sign because I made this. I deserve it. Now, there's a cool room I made very recently. And it involves a super secret lever, which you can't tell anybody, so shut the fuck up, okay? Okay, don't talk about it to anybody. It's not your place to talk about it. It's a secret between me and you. So down here is, guess what? My Nether Portal room. It's pretty small, but it serves its purpose, and I think it looks pretty cool, and I'm working on making the lava floorways. They're not exactly easy to get. It's not exactly safe either. So let's get out of here and let me show you the town part of my build. I'm going to close up this Nether Portal room so no one can go in it first. Hold on. Wait 1 diggity second. Alright, close that up. First redstone build as well. So let's go up and let me show you the town that I've been making. I'm currently making 2 buildings that are still under construction, a bookstore and a weird apartment complex, office complex mix where you live at your work and you live the rest of your life working on a computer. So, hope there's no trouble. These parts aren't safe. They're on the floating island. That's not fair. It's far out right there on the floating island. They're gonna drop down and ambush me. Jesus Christ. Anyway, over here is the town. I'm not worried about skeletons or zombies. They kind of suck. They're annoying, yeah, but, they're not that dangerous. Creepers are what I'm scared by. So, here... See, there's a creeper right there. Spiders, too, I guess. So here it is. There we go. Let me look around, make sure I'm not getting ambushed. Alright, so let's start with this area, even though it's not chronologically correct to be in this area first, and also not talk about that building first. I just want to talk about the area that's safer. That creeper is bothering me. Can I kill him from here? I don't know if I hit him. He disappeared. I think I did that. That's a good thing, right? Does that mean he's dead? Yeah, I just sent him to a different realm of existence. Hey, as long as it's away from me, I'm good with it. There we go. There we go. Alright, so let's talk about this. This building right here is the motel. It's just a motel. There's nothing really special about it. I mean, it is a cool build. I quite like the colors. But here's what the rooms look like. A bed, some table, some crafting tables, and the furnace. This is the check-in, check-out. You got a little area to sit, some books to read. This is where the attendant, would sit. And, that's it. That's everything. I mean, there is a master suite. I can show you that. Room 7. This is the motel number 7, is what I call it. It's just a bigger room. It's nothing important. So, zombie there. I'll talk about the building next to the motel next. By the way, I didn't make the motel first. I made the building next to it first, which is... Oh boy, creepers. Which is the blacksmith. I made this one first, then I made the motel. Now, before I explore the blacksmith, how about I deal with this creeper? I should kill it. 2 arrows is enough. Okay. A little bit of a combination right there. A little bit of a combo. 1-2 wallop. Okay, go. I can see his little forehead picking up. There you go, got him. I like the new bow and arrow. Not a machine gun, yes, but it's more accurate. I quite like it. A lot of damage. There you go. So this is the blacksmith. It's a blacksmith. I named it Jack Blacksmith after one of my favorite actors, obviously. No relation. Don't sue me. I'm not using his likeness or his name. It is a Jack Blacksmith, not Jack Black. It's just a blacksmith. I think it's pretty cool. Little living room. It's a little bedroom. Sometimes monsters spawn up here, which is why I don't sleep here. I'm not gonna sleep. I want to see my world at night. I don't usually see that. I don't usually see my nighttime world too often. That is the lighthouse. It is one of my proudest builds, even if it is looking a little out of place, considering how simple it is compared to all of the rest. I might give it a renovation one day. Probably not. I just like how simple it is. I'm not going up there. There is glowstone up there, a lot of glowstone, and you know, it actually glows at night, which looks so good. And there's different rooms, like a living room right there. I think I don't know. I think that's a storage room. Ooh, sunrise. I think the sunrise is in that way. Nope, sunrise is gonna come up here. You know what? Let's find a good place. Let's go up above to the tallest building so far. Even though the lighthouse is at a taller point in my world, this building right here, the law, I call it, living at work complex, is actually a lot taller. It is at a lower altitude, but is about as tall as the lighthouse, which is at a higher altitude already. Alright, let's look at the sunrise. Yeah, that doesn't look good. You can see the edge of the flat world. I don't like that, but it's fine. Wow. It's beautiful. Look at the lighthouse. I'm looking down at lighthouses. Do you even really need a building this tall? Like, damn, this is where you look down at, like upon helicopters. If you want to give like air traffic, this is where you stand. Beautiful. Beautiful. Hopefully the zombies start burning, because I don't like them. It's not done. It's not going to be done for a while. It's just really hard to finish it because I can't get the materials. But I have a plan. They're going to be copy-pasted floors. Because again, this is a company that does not care about the well-being of their employees. Basically every company ever. But this is taking a step further. You know, I can see this in the future. Because some people like to work at home. This is where you live at work. Every day you wake up and you go right to work. That's the best model. Next up, I'm going to show you is the pub. Or the tavern. Yeah, the tavern. I chose these colors, obviously, because, you know, tavern, alcohol. Obviously, it's going to be those three colors. It's just got a nice little... It's got a nice atmosphere. I really like how cozy it is. It's small, but I make use of all the space I can get. And I'm quite proud of how I can do that quite well. Except for this area. This area has too much room. I don't utilize the space at all. But, you know what? Maybe this guy's quite a minimal liver. He just needs a couple books, a bed, a chair, and just other essential stuff, and he's good. Whatever this guy is. All he needs is the alcohol, really. That's all he really needs. Stereotypes aside. There was a creeper here. I sort of sworn I saw one. This right here is what I'm working on currently. I put this one on hold right now because it's just going to take too much stuff and I can never finish it until I have a farm, which has not been added to the game yet. I really need a sheep farm, but I'm quite hopeful that that might come soon. Now this right here is what I'm currently making. The library, not library, the bookstore. It could be a library as well. This is actually a big step forward in the way I build stuff, because everything I've built so far is quite simple, I admit. Quite simple indeed. I mean, they look good to me. They're detailed enough for me. This building is quite out of place if you actually look at it, but I think it looks pretty cool. Personally, I might start renovating and improving the facade of many of these buildings in the future in like one mega video, and like find ways to make things look a little bit more detailed, but not too detailed. Because if you make things too detailed, all the stuff gets lost in detail and you won't be able to remember it. That's why I'm trying to make things simple but memorable, you know? And I think I did that well. And I think this is the perfect balance of simple yet detail, you know, detailed. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty big. I want it to be pretty tall. I'm gonna make something on the roof. I don't know. I want it to stick above the convenience store, not the gas station. I hope there's no creepers over here. This right here is the convenience shop. There's an Enderman nearby. This one is probably the best example of me making the use of like the little space I got. I managed to fit everything I wanted, like that I remember from a convenience store, like 7-Eleven, in here. You got the little food area. You got shelves to buy stuff. You know, little food area to warm up the nasty gas station food that gives you cancer or something. And, you know, chests. And right here, you got the, got some more shelves. Now, you got a bookshelf here, along with whatever this is. And, this is where the attendant stands. This is where you get your money. And this is creepy storage room with shadow chests for some reason. And, you may be wondering why I put bookshelves here. I've never seen a convenience store sell books before. Those are meant to be bookshelves. They look like it, but they're actually meant to be the cigarettes that are always behind the counter. Can you see the resemblance? I mean, I had to explain it, but you can see it now, right? Alright, that's enough of that. Let's go to the build that my mother actually wanted me to build. I asked her, hey, Mom, what you stay away from that sheep, you piece of shit. You better not break that sheep out. I spent so much time trying to capture him. These sheep are not, like, cooperative, okay? So excuse me for being a little defensive when I see this motherfucker that can pick up blocks, go near it. Anyway, unnecessary curse words aside, this is what my mother wanted me to build. SpongeBob's house, or I mean a pineapple house. Well, it is SpongeBob's house. I asked her, hey Mom, what you want me to build? And I was expecting like, oh, like a library, a baker's shop, a deli. My mom's like, can you make like a pineapple house like in SpongeBob? And I'm like, hell yes. I'm quite happy with my world so far. It's not too many builds, but what is here is so awesome to me. So special. It's a very cozy spot. Again, I think this is another example of how I make use of the tiny space I get. Except for this room. This room is completely useless. It just kind of sticks out for no reason. Going up is the bedroom, which again, it's just a nice cozy area. You hang out. You got a balcony where you can look at the beautiful natural landscape. I love those, like, archipelagos, I guess, right there. Look beautiful. And by the way, this area is now a snow biome, I think. It's now considered a snow biome. When I made this pineapple house, and I was along with the lighthouse, motel, convenience stop, convenience stop, and the blacksmith, this used to be a forest, not a snow biome. So now the ocean is slowly freezing over. God damn it. Sorry, my alarm went off. So, anyway, oh fuck. I was in the flow. I forgot to turn it off. So anyway, yeah, it used to be a snow biome. You got sheep in the water. Got cows. Weird. No, it used to be a forest biome. Sorry. Again, I hate being interrupted when I'm in the middle of something. It completely throws me off. So yeah, this is now a snow biome. It used to be a forest biome. And the ocean's slowly freezing over because of it. It used to look somewhat tropical here, which is why I made all these somewhat tropical style builds, I guess. No, I wouldn't really say. Now that's all of that over here. I can show you what I want to show you next, which is one of my first very big projects, which took me like forever. I think this is the longest time it took me to build this, other than my house, of course, but my house is done in like separate pieces. This is one giant piece together. So, by the way, this is a dock, which I'm going to eventually build a giant boat right there, because I want a cool, it's going to be like a casino boat, you know, with an arcade machine. Kind of like that, Las Vegas casino, like that, like Disneyland casino that has an arcade above where the casino actually is, you know? But like in a boat form. I feel like that'd be cool in a paddle boat. So what this is a restaurant. Now, there's a very specific reason why I built this restaurant. See, I was driving around Washington with my family. I mean, I wasn't driving. We were going around. And we stumbled across this place called Bahama Breeze. We decided to eat there, and I loved it so much. My family was more like, it's alright on it, but I loved it. I loved it so much, I recreated it in Minecraft. Along with my own menu, which a lot of these are actually inspired by, well, not inspired, but taken directly from the comment section of my videos. My favorite one is definitely this one, Mango Single. Here, I'll give you a good shot of what the menu is. I know I've done this before in other world tours, but I just want you to like take in the beauty of this. I like this one, Squid Souffle. I wonder if you know what that's referencing. So I'll give you a hint. That reference is quite similar to what what the last building I just went to was. Anyway, you got a bar, you got a skeleton lounge. I like that painting a lot. That's a really silly painting. I like that. Here's the kitchen, which says employees only. Oops. You got a lot of cool stuff in here. You got sinks, you got the freezer, you got a fridge, you got this chest, you got a creeper. Oh, several. Oh my god. Why is there so many of them? We don't open the freezer for a reason. You got these furnaces. Oh, there's stuff in here. I ought to take this out. I need some of this stuff. Yeah. There's coal in here. I need that. Take that out later. This is a pizza oven. I actually am quite proud of how I made this. Like, this is with a pizza. I'm quite proud of it. Yeah, that's it. That's this area. Let me show you the bathroom, which is the only bathroom in Fairy Gary's world. Not even my house has a bathroom. I might make one day. So you got men right here. You got toilets. You got this a mirror. It's supposed to be a mirror, but there's no reflections in Minecraft. You got these toilets, which I had to make this because I didn't have enough iron, and you know, it's just gonna stay like that. Basically, I'm not gonna change these builds at all. Even though I mentioned I might do like renovation on each facade of the building. I kind of don't want to do that because I want to keep this as like a progress of how good I'm getting at building over time. So you can see like when I'm starting out to where I am now. These are urinals, by the way. I put urinals in the smartest spot, the most inconvenient area. And this is the women's. I'm not supposed to be here, but nobody lives here. Like, actually, this is a dead town. You got the master bathroom, which has no water in the sink for some reason, with a mirror. And there's probably in the refrigerator or in the freezer in the kitchen. Yeah, it's just an alright bathroom. I made this based on the real Bahama Breeze bathroom, which has like a scary ass bathroom where you gotta go into a dark alley and get like shanked to go there, or like an area you would get shanked in. Other than that, here's some fishing docks. Fun fact: remember I mentioned that casino boat, like the huge boat I wanted to make? I actually used to have a huge boat that I made, never finished, but it was almost done. Eventually, I decided, hey, it didn't really make sense to have it here. I might remove this bridge, by the way. It didn't really make sense to have it here, so I tore it down, and I said, you know, no, it wasn't torn down. It was taken to a scrap yard by a tugboat, like kind of like a tow truck. Yeah, sure. There was a sign here and everything. Yeah. It's gone now, the boat, and there was originally going to be a crew member of 4 dogs. They're gone for the time being, those dogs. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll find them someday. I sent them off to make their own settlement or whatever. Their own little society with the skills I've given them. God, I kind of regret making that video. Well, I don't regret making it. I regret the issues that came out with that video. The video kept cutting out, like the recording kept stopping for no reason. It was kind of a cool moment for me. I sent him off on this rail, and I'm quite disappointed in that. But hey, I could have restarted that video. I didn't. So I guess it's kind of my fault, isn't it? Lost a whole ass speech. Oh well. It is what it is, right? That's that. Things are only... Your regrets will never get bigger, but they'll never get smaller as well. Alright, I'm going to show you the next part, the last part of this tour here. Now, as we're riding here... I was thinking about, scars and regrets. If you make a scar on a tree, right, like a sapling, that scar on the sapling won't get bigger, but it also won't get smaller. And, as well as that, it won't move much. But the tree will still grow. What the hell? This fucking Enderman. He'd remove this. God damn it. Anyway, this is the cheese cave, or cheese mine. I'm gonna make a whole mining town here eventually. It's gonna be really cool. But for now, it's just a cave, which it has nothing special. I want to make like a crane in there. Like, in there, there's a giant hole. I gotta show you. I just gotta show you how cool it looks. Okay, as I go up here, I'm gonna tell you about my little tree thing. Due to the way trees grow, they grow in a very fascinating way. And because of that, if you make a scar on a tree, they don't move much, and they don't get smaller, and they don't go up. Despite the scar not getting smaller, the tree still gets bigger, which means despite your greatest mistakes, it still will still become a smaller part of you. It just won't be smaller. That's how I see it. I don't know if I'm making sense. If I get time to write it down more properly in more proper, finer words, I'll have a better way of saying it. Anyway, here's what I'm talking about. I want to make a crane here. Like, this is a quarry, and there's a little crane pulling up ore. Like, that'd be so cool. Like, look at it. There's a creeper here. I'm gonna have to remove the trees, but I feel like it'd be a really cool area. But yeah, a whole mining town on this little mountainside here. That'd be awesome. I'm gonna have to think of real life mining towns to take inspiration from. Probably something European, since most of the builds in my world so far are quite European looking in nature, which is, I guess, fitting since this game is a European game. But yeah, that's the whole tour, I guess. Oh, I want to show you my secret sand spot. Let me show you. By the way, a creeper blew up this tree. That's why it looks weird. don't worry. The next time I find those dogs that went out to do their own thing, despite me never giving them a proper boat, there will be no more technical issues because I think I've solved everything from now. For now, the only issues I would have now is fucking technology interrupting me or phone calls, which, you know, are necessary, but also very annoying. Wow, it's very nice. So yeah, this is where I get all my sand from. It looks pretty weird, doesn't it? It looks pretty cheesy. Cheesy, that's weird. But that's basically the whole world tour. I'm gonna go back. I'm just gonna run back. I'm gonna go back to my actual... Look how good the cheese cave looks at night, though. I'm gonna make it look even better next time, though, when I start building on it again. It's not dangerous to use the railroad at night, which is why I want to move it underground in the first place. It will be fully safe, and it'll also look nicer. Fun fact, even though this is a snow biome, right? This is actually a desert biome now. Despite that, the ice is not melting, which I find interesting. I'm not complaining, I like the ice. But still, I thought the ice would melt in like a hotter biome. Maybe that hasn't been implemented yet. Water freezes, so I would expect ice would melt. Hey, 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 hey! Back off! Hey, hey, what? Oh. Anyway, that was rather rootsing. I want to go to a very specific angle of my house here, so you can see a good angle of it. Don't do it! Don't do it! No. Okay, he listened. It doesn't matter if I die. I'm just gonna exit without saving anyway. Oh, I'm gonna have to fight my way up there. Oh, and I'm out of stamina. Let me eat some raw steak first. This is not the best meal, but it will do. When survival is in question, your sense of growth turns off, per se. I hope there's no... Oh, fuck me. There's monsters. Hey. Go away from that hill. It's my hill. Can that Enderman also go away? Oh, fuck. Hey. That Enderman is staring me down. You see that? You know what? I don't think I'm gonna stand up that hill. I think I'm just gonna go stand on my balcony instead. That seems like a far safer idea. And look at him. He's looking out the window. I saw that for a second. And I guess that's it. Disappointing that I don't get to stand on that hill, but it's fine. I'll just get a nice looking shot. Actually, I want to go back to the town before I leave. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, let's go back to the town. Let's go. Go before any creepers spawn in to ruin my life. No, you better back off, boy. Ugh, you're disgusting, Sheila. Alright. Let's go over here. Get a nice, good shot of everything. I feel like this kill could be a good picture. Nah. Oh, on top of the lighthouse, maybe. So I can get a nice looking down upon angle of everything. Of the town, so far. I gotta replace that sand. I forgot the goddamn Enderman took the sand from there. Here's the inside of the lighthouse, I guess. You can just take a look at it. This is meant to be a workshop. This right here is a bedroom. This right here is the generator that powers the light, or at least in my head it does. I have a little redstone thing here. I quite like how that looks. And here's the light of the lighthouse. And the door to the balcony is right here. And you get that. Oh, that actually looks so good from this angle. I like that. Yeah, that is a good angle. You can even see a little bit of my base, like everyone's in the picture here, in the family picture. Well, I guess that's it for this world tour. I wanted to kind of relax today. So, other than that, this is a really uncomfortable shot of my face. Other than that, thanks for watching. Goodbye.